everyone. It's Friday, February the 9th, 2024. And I'm here today to talk about something I'm passionate about. Social media has taken a lot of changes in the past 10 years. Well, I say 10 years, but that's basically how long social media has been around, right? Snapchat came around and people were like, whoa, you can do cool things on this. And now Snapchat's just kind of stupid and it's for teenagers, which I guess it was made for, but it's not going to carry on to our adult lives. Things like things like Instagram and Facebook and all that, it's all just one thing now. Like Meta or whatever the frick they want to call it. They're kind of cornering the market on social medias. But anyway, now what I really hate is new social media apps coming up and them wanting to change and grow as an app by user counts. So they do things like in Be Real, they made verified accounts, I think, so that public figures can go on and have accounts on Be Real, which defeats the point of it. Be Real is just supposed to be between your friends, and I mean it's kind of pointless if you're like showing your randomness to other people. And why would I want to see some random part of some influencer's day? I don't really care about that. Things like that. People specifically said that and argued against it. But Be Real there's a whole other thing that they may have said that you don't have to add them and they don't show up or anything if you don't want them to, but whatever. Now, one of the bigger social medias that now they call it social media now is LinkedIn. And before, it's a job place. It's a place where you put your resume and you write what your qualifications are and all this shit, and you write your work history, which whatever, great. I feel like it's a helpful tool instead of handing someone a resume. Yeah, I feel like a LinkedIn says so much more. You can put a lot more things into that than a resume. But in the past, like 4 or 5 years, it's become more of just an app for glazing. Like everyone on there is sucking someone else's ass on it, and there's people that have Now I admit, my profile does look like that, but here's what separates me from other people. Now this might be bad for my future endeavors in the professional field of stuff, but I don't feel genuine if I write a comment or a post about something, about gaining a position or something, and I write a paragraph long thing acting all thankful. Because let's face it, if you got a promotion or something and you're doing your job, you deserve it. You don't need to go around thanking people you worked hard for that. That makes sense to me. Another thing you don't have to do is go thank everyone in a department who you might not even know. Like you go and say thanks to the head of you might have not even met this person. Here, everyone knows what I'm talking about. That's the thing, but they won't do. They will still do it. They will go on and do it. And what sucks about it is that people don't know how to sound genuine on there. If you're going to write something, at least write it from the heart. Don't make it sound like every generic post that all these people are doing. I just feel like it's ridiculous to go on an app that is for finding jobs and stuff, and you're treating it as a social media platform, as a popularity contest. And that's just what really irks me, because I have a lot written on my profile. Like I've had a lot of job experience. I've had a couple jobs in the past and stuff, and I'm qualified. I know how to do a lot of different things in my general field of interest. And so I have a lot of things written on there. Now, what I don't have is a bunch of posts, thanking random people for giving me a job and stuff. It seems a little bit too much. It's too out there. And I hate that it's become an app that people can go on. And maybe your point of view is that it's professional. No one in the professional world is going to go up to someone and say what they wrote on their LinkedIn to their face. It's not going to happen. You're not going to hear them go up to someone and say exactly what their post says, because it sounds weird. In text, it might sound normal. Obviously not. It's not normal, but in person, you can't go and say that stuff. They're going to think you're crazy. So instead of doing that, speak from the heart and thank who you really need to thank, but there's also no reason to do that. You don't have to go around doing that. I feel like maybe it's because I'm still at the stage where all the people I grew up with and stuff are on there, and we're still going through college and getting jobs and stuff, so you see things like that. But a lot of the times I think that it's not genuine. And if I'm an employer, if I'm trying to hire someone, I'm not looking for that. I want to look for someone who's passionate about what they do, not trying to sound professional, because in my opinion that's not professional. But what do I know? I haven't spent that much time in the field, in the professional world, but take it for a grain of salt. Whatever what I'm saying has some truth to it. So it's time for people to stop sucking each other's asses on LinkedIn. That's my opinion on LinkedIn.